do you have any questions regarding academic?
Like yeah, a bit that don't have commerce option.
Commerce.
Yeah. And other like arts.
Because like I think there might be options for commerce, but actually IB has so many options, but it's different from each UWC. For example, IB provides IT, like computer science, for the IB course, but in Norway we don't have a computer course because the school cannot provide it, because like it's very expensive to first to pay for the IT teacher, and secondly we don't have like enough resources for the IT. So it depends on each school. Yeah. Any questions regarding academic? Okay, so we can move forward. And so in IB, so beside this group, we need to choose from 6 subjects. You need to choose at least 3 subjects at higher level. It's not just like you can take all the subjects at standard level. We cannot do this. You have to take 3 minimum at higher level, and you can take 4 higher, but it's important. Like there are some students who are taking 5 at higher level, but it's very challenging. So it depends on your capability and your ability. And then in UWC program, like we have so many programs, and for IB it's called CAS, Creativity, Action and Service. But in our school we call it EAC, Extra Academic Curriculum. So in EAC we call it in a short form. So I will say EAC. So in EAC we can have like so many activities which you have to choose, and it's compulsory for each semester. You need to choose at least 2 EAC, and you need that for not just for IB, but you are required for your IB diploma. So in my school we have EAC like drop. Drop is called Do Remember for Other People, and it's a like organization which is raising money to fund some schools in Ethiopia. And we also have some groups like Sefuge. It's called Save for Future Generations, which is also doing similar things. And we have ID groups, swimming, canoeing, kayaking. You can choose whatever you are interested. So for me, I've chosen drop and IT and swimming. Like you have to choose at least 2 at a time. And so an idea of creativity, action and service is like during those EAC, you should at least have activities which involve like creativity, which involves activity, which involve service. So if you are in swimming, it's just activity, it's not creativity, it's not service. So if you take swimming for whole 2 years, then you won't get diploma. You need to choose other EAC to fulfill like service and action. So in service for me, beside my school, there's a Red Cross Healthcare rehabilitations. So there are so many patients. So I was volunteering to entertain them for like at least 2 hours in a week. So it's part of one of my service, and we have so many options. Like you can go to a refugee center and you can look after those people. You can play football with students with disabilities, and there are so many options. So you need to do activity which require action, service, and creativity. And these are for the IB. But for our school, addition to EAC like action, service, and creativity, we need to fulfill Nordics and environment. So like there are so many options for choosing EAC for activities. So it's not just choosing some activities which you are interested, but you also need to fulfill all those things. And then we have interesting things called Leirskole. So Leirskole is a Norwegian term, and it's, if we translate this into English, it's like summer school kind of. So there are so many Norwegian kids. They visit our school, and all the students are compulsory to do the Leirskole, and there are so many options. You can either be a welcoming groups, you can be either a group of canoeing, you can either be a good leader of some other activities. So like for myself, at the beginning I was not very good in swimming, because like we never learned swimming in our school. So when I first came there, you need to pass the swimming test in order to use the swimming pool. If you didn't pass the swimming test, you cannot use the swimming pool. And in addition to that, we have so many, like, since our school is connected to fjord. Fjord is called a small lake which connected to the oceans. So we have other activities like canoeing, like this kind of boat, and kayaking. And if you want to do that, you need to pass the swimming test. So if you didn't pass it, then you don't have any options. So for the past, like, first 2 semesters, I was in swimming AC, and then I finally passed it. Like, it's quite challenging. You need to swim for how much? 400 meters, and you need to stay in the water without moving for 1 minute, and then you need to carry, like, you need to save a person. So you need to pass all this criteria, and then you can get the swimming test. So once you pass the swimming test, then you can choose so many options. So since I passed the swimming test, then I choose skin diving. Like, you know, skin diving is you go under the water with snorkels and goggles. So I was a skin diving instructor for large school kids, like small kids, and I was just showing them how to do that, and it was quite interesting. And we have like so many interesting activities. Like these are just for information. Like we have a global concern. Like global concern is special week we celebrate, and we choose a different topic. During my term, I've chosen environment because all the students are required to lead one of the global concern workshops. So I did the environmental global concern, and I was doing a workshop on global warming and those things. And then we can also do about conflict resolutions. You can do about, like, you can choose whatever you like. There are so many topics. And we have also called Model United Nations, MUN. MUN is kind of, you know, in the UN, like when you pass the resolution, like you need to know the procedures. So model MUN is just a replica, you know, just a copy of United Nations, and we are just participating in a council, and we are just passing the resolution, and we are just acting as a diplomat. So in my school, during first year I was representative of Brazil, and we were just having a lot of discussion, and I was in one group. And at the second time, I was selected as a chair of Economic and Financial Committee. So we were just leading MUN, and it was a very interesting activities that you can see. And this, like, especially for our Nordic UWC, we have a special week called Ski Week. Yeah, have you ever done ski? Skiing?
No, skiing.
Yeah, skiing. You know, it's like you just go on the snow with using, you know, yeah, skiing. So it's like we have one week for that. So you can do cross country. You can do skiing on the low level, and if you are very talented, you can go for downhill. No, yes, downhill the slopes are very steep, and it's quite dangerous. So, and for me, I've never done ski before, and I was there at the first day. For the downhill, we have 3 days, and then cross country we have another 2 or 3 days. So at the first day, I was on the low level because I don't know anything. So I was on the low level, on the ground level, and there was some instructor. They were telling us how to do the ski, and it was very difficult to stand at the beginning, and we were just practicing for a while. And then I was a bit surprised that I gained like confidence, like the balance and everything very fast. And on the second day, I was shifted to the middle one, a bit, not very steep, but for the middle one. But during the final day, I was with the Nordic groups, like the Nordic people, like students who are from Norway, Sweden, and they are very good in skiing diving. I mean, they are very good in skiing, so I was with them on the final day, and it's quite interesting week. And we have another interesting week called like reading weeks for the second years. Like you just there's 1 week which is we don't have a class. It's just reading week, and you have to read the books, and then you have to write a command, and you have to write a report. What books you have to read, like you have to read. And we have like some other weeks like project-based learning. We have also like so many other like first aid training week, youth leadership workshop, and there are so many activities which you haven't seen in the school which you are studying right now. So, do you have any questions?